position. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. That's taken in by Means. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Searches from the pocket. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
That's good for another save.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to a...
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He finds it beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Taylor. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. chooses to bring this one out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's complete, Mike Evans. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion. That's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This ball's caught by Palmer. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So that's 1 quarter. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. They run it from the gun with Chubb. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Chubb. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now a stoppage as they attend to an injured player, and that looks like Nick Chubb. Pretty important piece of that offense who was hurt on that play. 3rd and short, Mayfield. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Here's the give to Irving. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Buccaneers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They send a man in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And the punt team hurries down, and they're going to stop this one at the 10-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Mayfield now from the gun. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Chubb here on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. They send the tight end in motion. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, it's Mayfield. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flight. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Short pass brought in. By a man, and now he's in the clear. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints in need of some points before the break. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. Launching deep down the right sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Michael Pilardi on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Chubb running out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Baker. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers will add to their lead at the end of the half. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. McCarthy to throw it. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A 49-yarder in front of him here. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They give inside to Chubb. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Baker now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Irving here from the gun. Up the sideline, past the 45.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Chubb on the give, headed left. Room inside the 10. He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. McLaughlin sacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, Taylor. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Almost Forced the completion of the wrong team there. And now they face second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Buys time, rolling right. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. This will be a 44-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. Has a hole left, room to run. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Coughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers grow the lead now to 22 points. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The drive will start out with a first and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Now it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect.
Off to the races, middle of the field. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Devontae Adams. And now it's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They kick the running back in motion. Back to the air, McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping the tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now give right side to Chubb. Breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now a stoppage as they attend to an injured player, and that looks like Nick Chubb. Pretty important piece of that offense who was hurt on that play. On the give, this is Irving. Moving on into the red zone. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Right back to Irving now. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Once again, Irving. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They give to Irving, left side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate. But it's never over till it's over.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll bowl his way in for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Caught by Flowers. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, the QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer or he's not going to endure this season.
Completed to Flowers. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's McCarthy to throw. He's on the move. Taylor makes the catch. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Desperation time here on fourth. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Even 15 yards on the pickup there. And the unlikely conversion nets them a first down. McCarthy throwing here. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Escapes out to the left. He's running with it. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for another Saints.
McCarthy looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Flush down now to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and 9. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints losing by 14. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now McCarthy. Into traffic, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints now within one score in the fourth. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So here are the Saints facing a consequential two-point attempt. Here he is to throw. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for two.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a two-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get two.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Complete. It's Cooper. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time when Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. He's going deep this time. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting up to pass. Getting out to his left. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now to throw. Chased out to his right. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player. Looks like he's pretty shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jabril Peppers with the pick. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Running left, this is Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.